wins, you kind of push all that to the side and say, well, now we have to support this guy here, and this is what it is. The president is like the manager of Burger King. You know, when your fries are cold, when your hamburger isn't done right, you go to the manager and you say, my fries are cold, I want a new hamburger, give me my money back. And the manager is there specifically to deal with your gripes. But you never get to speak to the franchise owner of Burger King. You never get to speak to the ones that really run the show. And this is the part right here that, and you said, in fact, 1 minute, we kind of went over that. If there is one warning to give, it is do not mindlessly follow anyone. No one is worthy of being mindlessly followed, no matter what race they are, what religion, whatever they could drop out of the sky. You're not to be mindlessly followed because, number one, that's un-American. True American, if we can get back over to that real aspect of checking your government, being your own law unto yourself, being independent. See, this idea of supporting a president the way we are doing it, when I say we, meaning African Americans in particular, is taking away our independence, our independent thought. Are we going to check this guy for real? For real? Or are we just going to go along with the, the dollar is sinking, and they want to make Mexico, America, and Canada one thing, so to speak. What is going to happen to the United States? Because when you have this much debt, the only way out of it is either to enslave the people or the people go to war against their debtors. And this, too, was American. It got the country started.
And that's why they're moving in the troops in Northcom, because they know what they're about to do to us. Our only normal response would be to physically fight back. And listen, sir, I know you've got to go speak to that high school. I'm not limiting you. If you want to hold till 40 after, we can do it, but I know you've got to get in the car and go over and speak to that group. We'll do whatever you need to. But here's the big point, my big fear. I would love a patriotic, anti-New World Order, constitutionalist black president. I would bow down and kiss his feet. And I see the trap here. In the end, when everything falls apart, and it doesn't work because it's designed not to, Obama's going to get blamed for everything, and then that's going to really destroy black and white relations, which in my life I've seen getting really good. And this whole thing's going to turn into a nightmare. And I know the New World Order is fundamentally racist and really does hate black people from my study. And I believe this is a trap. I believe this is the ultimate suckering.
Not only can I take that in as advice, but you are absolutely correct, because what we got to look at is something is being set up. I mean, do you really think that the order of the world, which is really to just take resources, keep people stupid, turn us into batteries, so to speak, that agenda, how can that agenda just go away with a new president? Either we're talking real war in the future, like civil war here in the country in the future, or we're talking about, again, a few of us having knowledge and having freedom. Because that's really what knowledge is, really what freedom is knowledge. When you're aware and they know you're aware, they really can't do much to you, even to the point of murder or, trying to incarcerate you illegally. If you walk with the truth, if you have awareness, if you're one of the people like yourself, Mr. Jones, putting truth out there, making people think you're the one that they fear. And let me tell you, power only respects power. It only respects fear. It respects its own fears. It's not like what people think, oh man, these people fear me, so they're gonna kill me. No, it's if you're going along with it like sheep, you're going to the slaughter.
Exactly. I've noticed the opposite. When you actually have a little bit of power, they respect you and smile at you and fear you. It's when you grovel to them.
It's when you grovel. When you grovel, that's when your head gets chopped off. But if you stand on your feet and say, no, I'm prepared to go against you, even if you're not, even if you know you're up against a force that you can't win, if you stand up to it, 9 times out of 10 it collapses, because their power is artificial, fake, and it's all about your compliance to their authority.
All right, so KRS-One. We've got to take this break. I skipped the last one. Can you do 10 more minutes, or can you come back?
I'll do 10 more minutes. Come on.
All right, you're the best. I know you got to go speak to those young people, and that's so important. I wish we would have gotten things worked out and gotten you in studio, but God bless you and your team for reaching out to us, because we're big fans of you as well. KRS-One is our guest. Stay with us.
Look at your young men fighting. Look at your women crying. Look at your young men dying.
We had tried to work out getting KRS here in studio with us, with his folks, but they ran out of time getting down here. They're up by Dallas right now, but he's coming into Austin for an event tomorrow, and he just brought up to me during the break. He said, aren't I coming in the studio to tape something? So sometime tomorrow, we're going to get him here in the studio. We're going to tape an hour-long interview, and then we'll air it live at prisonplanet.tv during the live radio show sometime next week. And I was just talking about Obama during the break, and he was saying, Alex, you're talking about how he's slicker. He's nicer. He doesn't just come off like a devil. I mean, Bush really comes off like a devil, looks like a devil, the way he'd do that demonic smile like a gremlin or something. And then KSR-One had something important to say about that. So, KSR-One, say that in your own words.
The point was that I was mentioning what you were saying was that Bush was more arrogant with his presentation, which is what pissed people off. It was the arrogance. It was, we're going to do it in your face. What was it? Bring it on. That attitude that pissed people off. But I was alluding to the fact that the devil is really the guy you like. Bush does look a little demonic there, or sound such, but really, when you study the devil or Satan, it's the palableness. It's all right. I'm here for you. You don't get nothing out of people telling them, look, I got these chains for you, and you better do what I say, or you're going to get in these chains. Oh, people are quick to rise up on that and say, no, I'm not going in no chains, and that's why Bush kind of embarrassed himself and his family in the entire world, which I want to get to as well, because it's a controversial thing here. But yeah, the devil is palpable, is very understanding of your problems, very